watching KOCO 5. Breaking news is happening now.
I want to give you all an update right now on fires that have been popping up. So this fire that is going to be in southeastern Logan County is a reflare up from the fires that went up on Friday. We had another fire southeast of Guthrie that did prompt an evacuation warning there, or evacuations and a fire warning. That's what you see there in the bottom of your television screen. The good news is that they have been getting at least a control on that fire, but the evacuations still continue. And then this is our newest fire right now. This is going to be near Deer Creek, just Deer Creek High School, and that is going to be that smoke plume that you see right there. That is going to be on the bottom of your television screen. We have Drone 5 out right now on this fire that is going to be in Meridian. Let's go full if we can. Looking at that picture right now, this coming in from Walter Guthrie right now out in southeastern parts of Logan County. And so if you look up into the skies and you see a lot of smoke just north of Oklahoma City, that is going to be this fire that developed on Friday afternoon. And this is going to be in Meridian. And so that right there continues to be a really bad deal. This right here is the other fire, by the way, that was burning east of Guthrie, and that one's still pushing out a good amount of smoke with it as well. While that one has at least improved, it's not out yet, so they're going to be watching that one closely as the fire department continues to tackle it. Let me go over to field meteorologist Michael Armstrong in Storm Command right now. Michael, watching these fires going up here, what's the situation like where you are?
Okay, Damon, we're along Indian Meridian, and 865 is the county road. That's the east-west road. That's 1 mile north of Charter Oak, by the way, for people who are trying to figure out where this is at. It is several miles east of I-35, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 8 to 9 miles east of I-35. So it's not impeding traffic anywhere along I-35. We are a couple miles south of Seward Road. You can just see how black some of the smoke is. We're seeing huge flames at times coming off. So my suspicion is this is in a very rural area. My suspicion is there's a lot of cedar trees in there, and that is what is creating those huge plumes of black smoke. Occasionally we'll just see fire shoot up, I don't even know, probably 100, 150 feet off the ground there. In fact, it's starting to do it right now. Let me see if I can get that centered up. I'm starting to see huge flames coming out of that right now. So just real quick, Damon, there is a neighborhood 1 mile to my west that has actually burned up. Oh, there they are. There, look at the flames now. There are several homes that are just to my west over, let's see, that's going to be near Charter Oak, and I'll give you the other road, Choctaw Road, that burned up from a previous fire, probably on Friday. And now this one is going, and it is intense as well.
And I believe there may be some air support that may be coming out to this fire. I know that they have been talking about airplanes flying over here to extinguish some of these flames. Michael, we'll come back to you here at the top of the 4 o'clock. I want to give you an update, by the way, on this fire that is going to be by Deer Creek. It appears that the temperatures have come down a bit from that fire, which means that it's more than likely at least being contained. Fire department has been responding to that one, and I'll show you what I mean. So like you would with a thunderstorm, the brighter the colors on the radar, typically the more intense the flames are. And so this was about 10 minutes ago. Look at that yellow, look at that red, and now notice how that yellow is beginning to kind of move out of here. Now we have a lot more blue and green, which means that they may be actually tackling that one pretty well. And that's going to be that fire there on the bottom left-hand side of your television screen. So bottom line, it's another day of wind, low humidity, warm temperatures. Fires that started on Friday are still burning out there, and there's still a chance for new fires. Our crews are out. We're watching it. Keep it with KOCO 5 News. We'll bring you the first alert.